Hello YouTubers, BossSolidSnake and One Grape here for SNG Gamer Vids, and we're here today to do a mag tutorial to show you how to build an assault character. We'll get into equipment, loadouts, and options later on, but for now we're focusing on the skill tree and where to put your skill points as you level up. Number one tip we can give anybody, no matter what the specialty you're looking to do, is to always start with medical to get your resuscitation ability, because reses are worth double what kills are as far as XP goes. So to get into your reses, you start with improved healing 1 and then work your way up until you get to resuscitation 3. That'll take your first 5 skill points. For skill points 6 through 13, you're going to move down to resistances, and you're going to do extended bleed out 1 through increased health 3. And if we're moving along too fast, you can always pause the video and just kind of follow the green trail, and it'll show you where to put your skill points. Next, for 14 through 20, we're going to move up to close quarters, and we're going to do close quarters reload speed 1 through improved knife damage 3. And the reason we're going to do damage before frequency is because a lot of times you only get one knife swipe before you end up getting killed. So damage is more important than frequency. But for 21 through 23, we're going to go ahead and do frequency, because frequency is still important. If you get the chance to do multiple knife swipes on somebody, or if you're in a big group and need to take out multiple enemies, frequency is definitely important. So you're going to do frequency 1 through 3. For skill points 24 through 31, we're going to go down to athleticism and do increased endurance 1 through increased move speed 3. Which is definitely important, because getting that move speed, because you'll notice a world of difference in your character when you can actually move quicker. Next, we're going to go to Spec Ops and start with the extended tracking duration 1 and go through improved acoustic locator 3. And that's going to be skill points 32 through 37. After that, you're going to, through 38 and 40, you're going to do the sensor jammer. And the reason you want to get that done by the time you get to 40 is because that's when the sensor jammer unlocks. So it's really good to have it done by the time you get to 40, so that you aren't messing with it afterwards, because using the points on the sensor jammer thing makes it where you can move more quickly and still not be seen by the enemy. After that, for 41 through 43, you're going to do the suppressor 1 through 3, which, just like the other one, this is basically to make it where you can shoot and not be seen by the enemy. After that, for 44 through 46, we're going to go to sprint speed 1 through 3, which is just generally make it where you can run faster, which is also important. And then for 47, we'll do the sprint recovery 3. And then for 48 through 53, we're going to go back to medical and do improved healing 2 through heal recharge rate 3, which will make it where your gun recovers faster. And then for 54, we'll do self-heal speed 3. Then for 55 through 59, we're going to move up to assault and do assault reload speed 1 through assault reload speed 3. Once we got that, for 60 through 65, we're going to alternate between steady aim and recoil. So you'll start with steady aim 1, and then you'll move over to recoil 1, then back to steady aim 2, then back to recoil 2, and then the last couple for each one. Then for 66 through 68, you're going to go back down to resistances and do explosive damage resistance 1, 2, and 3, which will make it where you don't get killed by mines and grenades as easily. And then to finish off for 69 and 70, we're going to do chemical damage resistance 1 and 2. And that pretty much wraps it up for the skill tree. I think next we'll get into the equipment, and then we'll get into some loadouts so you can get everything ready to go. Alright, so we're going to move on to the next thing here, and we're going to pass things off to One Grape.
Alright, what's going on, guys and girls, fellow YouTubers? Alright, now we got the skill tree sets out of the way, we're going to move on to equipment and the fun stuff. So we're going to start at the supply depot. Now these are things you don't have to buy, but I recommend buying. And obviously you're going to have to buy them in the order of whatever level you're at currently. So the first thing that you're going to want to buy, if you don't have it, I highly recommend it, $5 DLC Escalation. This unlocks new weapons. The Tamsin MK2 is one of them. So we're going to buy that. We're going to be moving down. We're going to put some attachments on this bad boy. We're going to put the reflex sight on. We're going to put the foregrip on. And we're going to put the large suppressor on. The large suppressor is the one that goes on assault rifles. Do not buy the small suppressor and think you can put it on assault rifles. Anyway, alright, so we're moving on. We're going to moving down a little bit on this list. We're not going to worry about any of those. Medkit, once you get to level 3, that should just be automatic. You probably saw that in the earlier part of the video. That's the first thing you're unlocking on skill tree sets. Okay, the next thing we're going to buy is acoustic locator. We're going to then buy the sensor jammer. And I'll explain why these work very hand in hand together here in a little bit. We're also, if you would like, go ahead and buy the extra armor. Mess around with your loadouts after we show you a real nice assault loadout. But if you don't have the escalation packs or the other DLCs, some of these might not be available, so we highly recommend getting all the DLC content from that. Alright, so now that we've bought those from the supply depot, we're going to back out of this screen and we're going to go into our loadouts in the armory. Alright, so here we have our basic dude wearing a nice orange vest. Alright, so we're going to change our primary weapon to the Tamsin. As you can see, it's very accurate, it's got a nice stability range, damage is decent, and the capacity is 45 rounds. This is so important. The first attachment we're going to put on is the large suppressor. Then we're going to put on the reflex sight. Now the reflex sight is the best in my opinion because it allows you to have more control of what you're shooting and to see at the same time. You're not scrolling in and scrolling out of a scope. So this allows you to just scope in and see everything from right to left. The next attachment is obviously the foregrip. Really going to stabilize your weapon. So if you can kind of see this weapon with these attachments, it's really an overall great gun. Alright, so that's all we're doing there. Now, you're going to be taking out anything in Gear 1 that's on default, and you're going to be replacing it with the sensor jammer. Now this cloaks you when you're running around and makes you not on the map when you're moving or not firing. In Gear 2, we're going to replace whatever was there with the acoustic locator. Now, the acoustic locator is like the little creme de la creme here. It amplifies gun noise on your mini-map as where they are. So, if they're firing with a shotgun or a handgun or a big sniper rifle, even if they have the sensor jammer, they will appear on your mini-map because you have the acoustic locator on. In our heavy gear item, we're going to replace that, anything in there, with the med kit, which is probably the most vitalist thing in mag. And we're going to go back, and we're going to keep the ballistic vest, and we're going to click on that. We're going to change the coloring. I personally like Ruin Solid, I believe, but I haven't bought it, but that's where you would change it once you've bought them. Alright, another tip and trick: do not wear helmets in this game. Do not wear helmets. They provide an easier target for headshots, and you'll find when you're wearing a helmet that you just keep getting shot in the head over and over and over again. I just do not play with a helmet. Other people do. I prefer not to. Just keep the little hoodie on and go from there. Alright, there's my Ruin Solid. Fantastic. Alright, so this loadout that you're looking at on the screen is probably what I would consider the best assault loadout for mag. You don't have grenades, but if you're running your assault, you're primarily just running and gunning, and you're going to get a lot of knife kills, you're going to get a lot of assault rifle kills, and you'll be able to get into objectives, get out of objectives, and stuff like that. We'll make more videos on other loadouts that include grenades and anti-personnel mines and stuff like that in the future, but for just the assault loadout itself, this is the one, in my opinion. I'm not the greatest player, but I'm not the worst player, so take that and leave it as you will. Alright, so we're going to back up a little bit. We're going to save that, and we're going to back out of this screen. And now we're going to go into the options menu. One of the main things in mag that you want to be able to control is how fast you look and how fast you get on target. And if you have your player rotation or player pitch turned all the way up, you're going to overshoot all the time. If it's turned all the way down, you're not going to get on target in time. So adjust that to your own skill level and find the range that works best for you. Mine personally is 81. Snake's is more around in the 60 range. About 65, he says. Alright, the other little tip and trick I'd like to show you is under video. And we'll just scroll over to video real quick. Turn your gamma all the way up. By turning your gamma all the way up, you'll be able to see everything. Mines, Raven players, Valor players, everything. Little details pop up. And that's about it for those options. Now, we would like to take a couple seconds here and do a little poll. I personally think invert pitch is the best, and Snake prefers invert pitch off. We would like our fellow viewers of this video to solve this equation for us. I'll be personally happy if you really vote for invert pitch on, but if you don't, then I will bow down. But anyway, thanks for watching the video, and hope you enjoyed it, and we'll get back to you soon. Alright guys, bye.